a geologist is a scientist who looks at rocks. And these are not rocks, these are pieces of snow. But when I look at them, I feel like a geologist. Of course, you can see that it's white. That makes sense, because it's snow. And I know that this snow came from this sidewalk. A couple of days ago, I saw people working and chopping up the snow, which is almost like ice, and putting it here. And why do I say I feel like a geologist? Well, you notice this snow is kind of special. All of them are about the same. You notice that there are two areas of white, and in between the areas of white, there's a small black line. And here in Khorog, on December 25th, we had a big snowstorm, and then there wasn't much snow until January 2nd, and there was another snowstorm. And so you can see here that there was snow that happened first, and then over about a week, it got a little dirty from exhaust from cars and pollution and people's shoes, and it became black, but then it snowed again on top of it. And it makes these very pretty designs. It almost looks like something you could eat like dessert. So when I'm looking at this, I'm thinking like a little geologist. And this tells us a little bit of history about what happened here the last 2 weeks. This is something that's very simple, a simple detail of snow and a little bit of dirt and time. And real geologists can do things like this. They can look at mountains like this and tell us a story. I can't, but when they look at these, they don't see just rocks. They know what kind of rocks these were. They know how they were made, how old they are, what happened to them. All I can see is there's a mountain up above, and here you can see there's some loose rocks that have fallen. It almost looks like a river, but not a river of water, a river of rocks. Let me come down here so you don't see the phone line. So I can see that, aha, this mountain has decayed a little bit. The big pieces of the mountain have become small pieces, and they've fallen down the hill. I can see that, but I don't know much more about geology than that. Maybe you can show us something about real geology with mountains, or silly geology like I did with this snow, and maybe you can tell us a little bit about the history of your place. Maybe the history of the last 2 weeks, like I did with the snow, or maybe you can tell us something about longer history of 1 million or 10 million years, like with the mountains. If you can, I'd love to see this. And I know lots of other people around the world would also like to see the videos that you can make.